Hi guys, have a little bit to update you on in regards to my first planted tank that I've really ever had. A lot of trial and error, but a lot of fun all the same. A lot of research and a lot of YouTube videos that are just so helpful. I mean, 20 years ago, it was a totally different situation. You can find everything you want online these days, which is brilliant. So, big step that I took on the weekend, and it's just, really exciting, is that I have gone and added CO2. Now, wow, this is the thing that everyone talks about. So, I'm expecting big things. I don't know if it's my imagination or what, but I feel like I'm starting to see new growth already. um, Probably my imagination because it's only been there, 2 days really. But I'm hoping to start seeing some freshness to my Java moss on the tips. There's a little bit of greenery, but it really needs to brighten up a lot more than that. My S-Repens down the bottom, that's a great plant that I am looking forward to taking hold. My Nubla is pretty sick and sorry. That really hasn't rooted properly yet, so I'll put that right next to the CO2. So if I just get over there and home in, it's not the best, but it is hiding behind there. Now the reason I placed it there is because that's where my filter is, so that's allowing for it to blow out there, and as you can see, it's being pushed over into this area where a lot of my plants are. Now the thing about CO2 is you potentially can put it in there and waste a lot. If it hits the surface and it hasn't really been activated in the water, you're just wasting most of it, which look, it's once you buy the equipment, a refill isn't too big a deal. This is a 1 litre tank. It just is a lot better than the initial one that I got, which was crazy, but that's for another time and another place, hopefully, when I do eventually convince my wife to let me buy a 5-footer. But in the meantime, this will nicely do. The fish seem pretty happy at the moment. The water levels are great. The parameters, I should say, and nitrites are running good. The pH is running good. Ammonia 0. So I'm very happy. I picked up this Pinnafatata down here the other day from a guy in Brisbane. So he went and sent me 5 stems. 2 of them already had established roots. So let's see how that goes. There's a bit more of it over there. I've got another one placed up high there that's sort of tucked into some existing moss, and the other ones I've thrown into the ground with a couple of these here, which are my root tabs. So I got these online. I've got another 100 coming. I find them invaluable. They've got all the useful parts that you need. Look, this has gotten wet, but essentially it's got other side. It's got phosphorus, calcium, potassium, sulfur, magnesium, boron, copper, iron, all the things that help out, and there's no harm to your life, your fish and shrimp and what have you. So next step now is I possibly will let this planting establish itself, get the carpeting going. There's some Monte Carlo I just placed in there. Has a habit of wanting to float, so I sort of have to really stick it under the ground. So half of it's sort of hidden, but again, it's right into the aqua soil with some plant tabs, some root tabs. So I'm hoping to see some good things happen from that soon. My Reniki over here, again, that was a culture, so yeah, possibly I'm seeing some new leaves on top there, so really hoping that takes off. I've gone and set up my surface skimmer, so that's pulling in anything on the surface that's not great, little bits of dead leaf and whatnot. And now I just have some more S-Repens here, which is that one down the bottom, that I'm going to place over there and thicken that area up a little bit. And then I found this one, which is Lobelia cardinalis. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Don't know too much about it, but it looked nice, and I might look that up and see what the care factor of it is, and put that in. Look, I think I'm getting overly excited and putting too much in this tank, but what my plan is, if some of these do take off, people make a fortune online. I mean, getting sent 5 stems of a plant for $15 plus postage, it's kind of easy money, isn't it, when you consider it's not being taxed? So that's my plan. If I can get some of this going, some of the easier stuff, particularly Java moss, if that happens for me, I'm going to pick up some Java fern. That's some of it down there at the moment. That looks lovely when it really brightens up. Again, that's sort of coming into its own now. If anyone's seen this channel before, which I know probably only one person has, you'll notice the turtles are gone, and that's because I have given them their own tank. So there they are there. They've slotted in pretty well. They're coming over to say hello because I think they're getting food. They're just pigs. And this one's going to be a little bit different. Rather than submersed plants, I'm going to have these ones here. Now this is one of Dragon's Flame, which they sell in aquariums quite sneakily. If you don't ask, a lot of the places don't tell you. This plant here, while its roots can be under the water, its leaves need to stay above. So it's sort of like a swamp plant, pond on the edge of the water, more so than in the water. I'm hoping that this isn't too deep. What I've gone and done is a hint that I found online was to put a stocking type material around it. In my case, I did use a stocking. I filled it with aqua soil, and then I popped the roots into that, and I've given it a dosage of water fertilizer, and I'm hoping that comes good. I did buy it a couple of days ago, so we'll wait and see. I got it for free, so I don't really care. I got some lily pads and things that I have outside that I'm thinking about throwing in here. It's just a wait and see, and I gave the turtles some company with these mystery snails. So there you have it, guys. This has a bit of work to do, a bit of cleaning up. This is for my son, my little fella. It's his turtles. So there we have it. I hope you have liked this short video update. See you guys.